What's wrong? You didn't say the thing.
Man, I just can't with today's topic.
What, Tengen Uzui from Demon Slayer?
Kinda. Like, I love this guy as a character and his story of infiltrating Tokyo's Yoshiwara red light district to find his missing wives with the help of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke, but there's just one thing revolving around him and his ongoing plot that just... God, it's so freaking wrong on a historical level.
Oh, I see. Nah, I could understand the frustration. For those of you who never saw the show, Tengen Uzui gallivants around as a self-proclaimed god of flashiness with his outlandish colors, vibrant face markings, and that diamond-studded bling Hachigane.
Actually, I'm not bothered by that at all.
But ninja, flashy? That's... I don't know if there's a greater contradiction in Japanese history except that Oda Nobunaga was a pretty nice guy.
Well, yeah, on the surface, when it comes to the shinobi concept of inin, or sneaking in without being seen, Tengen would be an absolute disco ball of a joke. But within shinobi principles, there's also yonin, or the art of sneaking in disguised, to put it in layman's terms. And it's the latter that Tengen is surprisingly superb at. The man not only knows how to dress down, but completely changes his hair, removes his makeup, takes off the majority of his bling, and yeah, compare these two side by side, and it's not likely one would tell that these two are one and the same in general passing. Small tricks that real-life shinobi would absolutely capitalize on. Heck, even the flashiness of his personal charm makes him infinitely more ninja. Aside from manipulation of senses, ninja were prime at manipulating people's hearts. The 7 emotions of love, desire, anger, joy, grief, greed, and vengeance were key emotions that ninjas train themselves to manipulate in order to control people. In Tengen's case, his natural charm and manipulation of love mixed in with a little Kito no Jutsu won over one of the brothel heads, allowing Tanjiro to start his recon mission. Finally, I mean, come on. Even I can't help but love every second of Tengen being a flashy SOB, both in his personality and especially in his combat. I mean, God, this is kisses for the eyeballs. Oh, and speaking of flashy kisses for the eyeballs, come here. Now, a little closer. I want to show you something. Look at this! If you like Demon Slayer, I know you like bombastic, high-energy action. And even if I wasn't sponsored by it, I'd be shoving Jitsu Squad in as many people's faces as I possibly could. It's been a king's age since I played a beat-em-up with this level of pulsating flair, and I am at an utter loss as to how this game hasn't gotten more attention. You want colorful vibrancy? Jitsu Squad's got it. You want massive string combos mixing ground and aerial attacks? Jitsu Squad's got it. Raccoon and rabbit ninja, kung fu frogs, and Viking boars in the style of Warner Brothers cartoons doing Sentai transformations? Jitsu Squad's got it. Loving shoutouts to other beloved beat-em-ups, old and new? Jitsu Squad's got it. How about internet sensation Maximilian Dude camoing as a screen-clearing super attack? Jitsu Squad got it. Pulse-pounding soundtrack featuring Crush 40's Johnny Jewelly of Sonic soundtrack acclaim? The song you're listening to right now? Jitsu Squad got it! Oh, and did I mention the dozens of folklore references in this game? Many of which being various hyper-stylized yokai enemies? Yeah, I freaking lost my mind when I came across this large lad.
Personally, I freaked out over the reference to Bruce Lee's Game of Death.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna say it. You are not a beat-em-up connoisseur in my book unless you've played this masterpiece. It's tied for my favorite beat-em-up of all time, right next to Fight and Rage, which Jitsu Squad actually shouts out multiple times. So that's a loving couple as far as I'm concerned. Get in the link in the description and check this game out. Where were we?
Tengen's a bad ninja apparently. And I mean, there's more to that than just his over flashiness. Tengen apparently has the ability to train and control overly buff rats to do his bidding. In this case, it's act as personal sword delivery. Honestly, that's probably the least realistic thing that the guy could do ninja-wise.
Nope, even that's still pretty ninja. Shinobi had a profound understanding of the animal kingdom, mastering things like training animals like guard dogs or messenger birds, but also understanding the psyche of those animals in case the ninja would have to deal with them from the other side of those jaws. As for the less refined examples of capitalizing on animals, ninja would use various other creatures as a distraction for getting in or out, classified under the Jiton Jippo techniques. Using snakes and killer wasps to flush out a building that needed infiltrating? Well, that technically was a Chuton no Jutsu. And there's dozens more, but I think you get the idea.
Tengen's absurdly fast roof running?
That's actually a double whammy of good ninja-dom. Being on the roof capitalizes on the Shinobi Tanuki Gakure no Jutsu, which kept ninja out of people's natural line of sight. And his leaning forward Naruto run, as some people are gonna call it, is an actual ninja thing. Shinobi would shift their center of gravity forward and keep their arms from moving to conserve energy as they would travel miles on foot on the regular. By reducing body movement and allowing gravity to help you move forward, you're saving on calorie burning.
Tengen's double chain swords? I mean, that's pretty ridiculous, if not cool as hell.
Cool indeed, and also very ninja, Jason. You gotta understand, there are so many weapons that ninja would train in that were chained. Kusarigama, Mandiki Kusari, Shikomi Zue, with the practical reasons being not only the fact that these were 100% unaffected by Japan's multiple sword bans, but having a chained weapon gave it all kinds of utility. A chained weapon could give you insane levels of range, something that Tengen shows off in the show actually, and it's also something more durable than a rope but has all the tactical capabilities that a rope has. Trip traps, tying someone up, acting as a grappling hook, it's all practical and all ninja.
Tengen's antidote pills?
Still ninja. Shinobi were crack chemists having experimented with various plants and minerals over hundreds of years to concoct all manner of not just cures for multiple ailments, but also dozens of natural poisons like strychnine. A common yet super deadly poison ninja capitalized on due to how easy it was to extract from fruit seeds.
Well, I guess that also means the overpowered Westria poison-coated kunai are out. I don't freaking know. Tengen's impact smoke bombs?
Nope. Even ninja back in the day could make impact smoke bombs mixing gunpowder, magnesium, and sugar. It's pretty easy. Like, you know those 4th of July poppers? It's the same principle. Not to mention, Tengen never once used these bombs as a direct weapon, but rather as a distraction for repositioning or escape. Exactly the same as how ninja would use these bombs as a visual and audio distraction to get away.
Shutting off his heart temporarily to slow down poison in his bloodstream?
Still ninja. Dr. Teruhisa Komori at Mie University a few years back ran experiments with individuals who were traditionally trained in ninja techniques like the Kuchikiri. And they found that breathing and focusing exercises that these individuals were trained in allowed them to disperse anxiety and stress through elevated alpha brainwaves, as well as slowing down their heart rate to the level of someone who was lightly sleeping or had just woken up. So, not exactly the ability to stop one's own heart, but ninja in real life did have ways to drastically slow it.
Okay, then how about Tengen's breathing techniques? This guy's hearing is apparently so good he can hear through solid earth and counterattacks that he can hear coming like some kind of shinobi bat.
Still ninja, man. Shinobi had a very specific listening cylinder called a kikizutsu that amplified not only candid conversations, but also something as subtle as footsteps. In a way, ninja did have kind of a sonar.
Alright, you're just trolling us now. We've gone over so many of Tengen's overblown shinobi tropes, but you're just sitting here saying that's all legit, so why exactly were you saying that this pop media ninja is historically inaccurate?
Dude, I never said Tengen was the inaccurate one.
But, then who? Tengen's wives? What's wrong with them?
Absolutely everything. Remember how I explained the whole premise of the season was Tengen trying to get help from Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke to get his wives back? Well, that's because despite being fully trained ninja, these three are the most inept, incompetent ninja I have ever seen in popular media. Firstly, these outfits. Look, not every kunoichi in existence came from DOA, alright? I know the PS2 era kind of poisoned our perspective on kunoichi, but this is absolutely not how female ninjas would dress. Now, some of you might be saying, well, if they're infiltrating Yoshiwara's brothels, then maybe they should dress down. And yeah, I agree. But they wear these outfits freaking everywhere, even to an annual memorial to visit Tengen's family grave. Oh, well, it's just these three girls, right, Gaijin? No! The show establishes that apparently in this world, all kunoichi are not only regularly scantily clad, but also hyper-busty vixens.
Well then, way to be a prude, my dude.
Oh, you thought that was my only gripe. Oh no. In Demon Slayer's world, it's established that no matter how capable a kunoichi is, they could never match up to the capabilities of a male shinobi. And not only that, but over and over and over again, we said that these three kunoichi wives of Tengen are so obscenely incompetent, being captured almost immediately after they begin Yonin Recon, and being mid at best when it came to combat with the lesser OB demon, and completely useless when it came to the big showdown. At the end of the climax of the fight, where are they? That's right, off on some rooftop not contributing anything. Now, you might think the show's just being sexist, but no. I know exactly where this show got this idea. Crack open the Bansenshukai, the supposed collection of knowledge from Iga and Koga Ninja over hundreds of years. Flip to Yonin 1, Volume 8, under 2 points on Kunoichi no Jutsu, or the art of the female agent, and it says the following, quote, in general, Kunoichi have a twisted and inferior mind, shallow intelligence, and poor speech. Now, flip a little bit further. Volume 13, Inin 3, under 4 points on Yochuin Jutsu, or the art of Inin inside of Yonin. Quote, of all people, high-ranking men tend to wallow in sexual desire. So this art of Kunoichi female agent is one of the most effective tactics of all the Yojutsu arts. So, according to the Bansenshukai, Kunoichi are not only stupid and incapable, but their only great asset as a Kunoichi is sex. Yeah, I got 2 words for that. Mochizuki Chiyome, a 15th century Koga-ryu Kunoichi who established a massive network of intel gathering Kunoichi on behalf of samurai legend Takeda Shingen. She and her Kunoichi would disguise themselves as shrine maidens, you see, because most people weren't allowed to travel around Japan during the Warring States period, but those in religious positions were an exception. And through these unique disguises and, yes, likely some eyelash batting, these 300 shinobi queens were able to recon and route countless threads of information from all over the country to Takeda Shingen during the Warring States period. Do you think that a woman with a, quote, twisted and inferior mind and shallow intelligence and poor speech would be capable of that?
You know that some Mie University professors say her entire story is fabricated, right?
Well, someone's obviously lying here. And if I were to compare the list of evidence disproving Mochizuki's existence and the evidence disproving Bansenshukai is a fabricated manual for a retired ninja to get jobs, there is way more evidence of the Bansenshukai being more falsified than the story of Mochizuki. But such is the nature of shinobi. There's so little information out there about them that is both viable and proven that one could even argue that ninja never even existed in the first place. So, I don't know. I just thought this aspect of Tengen's arc was so screwed up. I get the likely inspiration behind Tengen's Kunichi wives being brainless and useless came from the Bansenshukai, but there are too many other legends out there that disprove this overly generalized notion that women weren't capable. If a person was properly trained as a shinobi, male or female, it shouldn't matter what the gender of the individual was. All that matters is their capability. They are going to be a good ninja, or they will fail. But, I don't know. What do you all think about this conflict of ninja lore? And in the meantime, like I said, if you love Demon Slayer, you like high-flying, bombastic, flashy action, and this vid's sponsor, Jutsu Squad, has all of that in spades and more. Be sure to pick up that link in the description and check this game out because it is criminally underappreciated. Otherwise, if you want even more cultural analysis through games, anime, and more, sub up, get notified, and check back every other week for a brand new video. Or catch us live on Twitch 3 days a week. But until next time, everyone, this is Gaijin Goomba, signing out.